Malbuisson is back.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
You were on vacation or
Yes,
something?
last month I was off.
Where'd you go? Any
Twin
place?
Waters Inn in Captiva.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like it was nice.
Very, very lovely, lovely little hotel, great pool, sat around the pool,
Good.
pina coladas,
There you
read a
go.
lot,
There you go.
ate a lot.
Relaxation.
Very much.
Good, good,
Quite
good.
enjoyed it.
You brought friends today.
I did. I brought with me my best bud, Michelle Valancourt, who's the executive
Caitlin, how
director
are you?
Good, Michelle. How you
of
doing?
the
Good.
Visual Arts Center, and my travel companion, actually.
Okay.
And with her is Elizabeth Billings, who is the artistic director of the Peace River Film Festival, which is being sponsored by the Visual Arts Center.
Elizabeth, welcome. And that's coming up here pretty soon, eh?
Yes,
2 weeks?
Next week?
2 weeks.
Yep.
Next week.
Well, it opens September 20th. That's next
Okay.
week, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, next Thursday.
I think of it as 2 weekends, so not next weekend, the weekend after.
Yeah, our grand opening will be on Thursday at 7 p.m. The Charlotte County, or the Charlotte Harbor Event Center in Punta Gorda. So,
And how many films do we have on?
We have a total of 43 films. that
Wow,
are still
43. That's more than last year, isn't it?
it's more, but we've also added a day. We've added feature films. Last year was all short films.
Mhm.
And we've also added a category, wasn't as successful as we wanted, but we've got some great films at cell shots. Like this guy's doing right
Like
here.
what Peter's filming right here.
Taking a movie with your cell phone.
All right, well, and you can do it too. I've got the iPhone 4 has actually got a pretty good video feature on it, surprisingly.
We do. We have a film that will be shown that was shot on an iPhone 4, and the quality of the camera is really amazing when you compare it to other cameras. It's all about the story, but if you can capture it with your cell phone now.
Excellent. So, how many different categories do we have?
We have opening night. We have we open with a cartoon, as every movie should. And this
Yeah,
cartoon.
remember when they used to?
Yeah. And by the way, cartoon is done by an 11-year-old girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
it's very cool. And then that's followed by a feature film called Parapsychology 101. And then we have the Boogeyman. We're going to have a big Hollywood party after the film. So that's $20. You can buy that online at peaceriverfilmfestival.org, or you can buy it at the Visual Arts Center, or you can buy it that night. We kind of hope everybody buys in advance so we know how many people are going to show up, but make sure we have enough chairs and stuff. But so that's Thursday night. That's Thursday the 20th at 7 p.m. Then on Friday, we have the open film shorts, which is short films. And you want to talk about a couple of the highlights?
Well, we in total this year we got 126 submissions,
Which is twice what we got last year.
Yeah, that's great.
So we,
Are mainly local, or do you have them from all across the
all
nation, too?
over the world. We
Really?
have them from 12 different countries. From
Six
Wow.
different countries.
6 different countries. 12 different
Australia,
states.
Great.
Australia, UK, France, Spain, Italy, and I guess Canada.
And we went through and we watched all 126 films.
That's a lot of popcorn.
And we did some of them in a group, and we did some of them on our own. But we went through and picked the best out of all of those, and we whittled down to 43 films. And there's still films that are great films that we just didn't have time for.
Mm-hmm.
And open shorts is one of those categories where we really had a hard time deciding who was going to be shown and who we were going to screen, because there were such great films. And there's a little bit of everything. We have action, drama films, family films. We have
A couple of animated films.
yeah, we have some animated films. We really have a diverse program this year.
Okay, so the
That's
opening
great.
night is on the 20th at the Charlotte Harbor Event Center. And then the rest of the events will be at Edison State College's auditorium, which is very nice.
Nice venue,
theater.
yeah.
So the whole schedule's on our website, but other things that we're doing on Saturday afternoon, September 22nd at 2 p.m., we have the student film shorts. And these are kids on college age or younger. And there's a lot of them, too.
Yes,
We have a
those
lot.
were our two big entry points, were the open shorts and the student shorts. We have a lot of students from Florida colleges, which is nice, that entered in. We have some amazing talent that are going to our state colleges. And in that category, we do have all of them are really good. We have a good diversity in real life stories, fantasy, different kind of genres in that category as well.
How did you go about it? Are there any that you viewed that you chose not to take? I mean, there's got to be a bunch that get submitted, but not all of them can actually.
Out of the 126, 43 were selected. Now we do have a small group that we are going to be showing later Friday night because we're going to do a viewer discretion advised. They won't play until after 10 o'clock on Friday night.
Okay.
And those are ones that we felt the story was worth submitting, the visuals were worth. They were great films, but there was some nudity in them, and we wanted to let our audience be aware that was there. But those were ones where we had to stop and think: Are we going to screen these at our film festival? And as the artistic director, I felt that their story and the quality merited them being shown at our film festival.
That ought to sell a few tickets.
There you go. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And I also want to say about the student films is that the Arts and Humanities Council is sponsoring a $250 prize for them. They'll be awarding it.
Great.
Probably at the end.
Yep, at the end.
Close to 5 o'clock.
At the end of each session is when we will award the winner of that category with their award. So they will know. The audience will view all of them, and then most of the films, there's going to be someone on hand that will be there to ask questions and talk to. So
cool.
We're trying to really make it an event.
Well, this sounds like much better than last year. I mean, you kind of knew what you were getting into, that it would grow. But did you think it was going to grow this exponentially within 1 year?
No. Really
now, with all these submissions, when do you start taking submissions, and when do you have to start viewing them? Because that many movies, even if they're shorts, that's a lot. That's still a lot of time.
Oh yeah, and they were really pressed for trying to seeing them every night, and then and they had Elizabeth developed quite a rating sheet so that every single thing was considered by the judges, and then there was always. 4 judges for every film?
There's 4 judges for every film, and the rating sheet, they looked at the writing, was there a story, it looked at the audio, the video, it looked at, there was
lighting, sound,
18,
everything.
There was 18 score points on there, and you scored it, and then all of, from each judge, and then that got put into a spreadsheet that worked it all of it out, and then I just sorted it, and it brought everything into place.
I know you can't, I don't know if you can or not really speak to individual films, so let me just ask, were there any films that just really stood out and blew you away? Absolutely. And it will for the audience, too. I mean, if you come out and see these are films that you're not going to see other places. This is really the distribution line for these independent filmmakers. They come and they submit their films to these different festivals, and that's how the public gets to see their work. And these are the up-and-coming filmmakers of the next generation, the students, these open shorts are the indie filmmakers that are looking to catch their break and to make themselves known. So it's really, you're not going to see these anywhere else, and they are magnificent films, they really are. It's just popped into my head. Have you worked out anything maybe with Regal at the mall to show maybe some of the winners over a period of a couple of days?
We've talked to Regal for the last 2 years. It's a kind of difficult process. It's very corporate, and it's very top. You can't. Local people really don't have much say in a lot of that. I don't think we've given up on it. But
well, we got the event center.
But it's very corporate. That's all I'm
a lot of gatekeepers to get through.
That's it.
One of the new things that we actually added this year is instead of just an MC coming on in between films, we're actually incorporating filmmakers into the process. We're going to have a screenwriter come and talk. We're going to have a producer come up on stage and talk, a director, the director of photography, a sound person, and an editor. And also, we'll close the final night of the film festival with talking about the distribution of independent films. So we're really trying to give the audience a small look, a very general look into the world of independent filmmaking, and to help them understand, and when they watch these films, they'll see little things that they've just heard the screenwriter talk about, the importance of the writing, and they'll be able to maybe walk away and have a different value for these films and what goes into them. So when they turn on another film or TV, they'll say, hey, I know why they did that. I know what's happening there.
Mhm.
So it's more than just seeing the films. It's really an entire event. The whole, from Thursday through Sunday, you're going to learn something. You're going to see great films. You're going to be able to dress up and enjoy the Hollywood party with the boogeymen. So it's really something for everyone to come out and enjoy.
Indeed. Sounds like a blast. I mean, and so much bigger than last year.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you got, what, 126 submissions, what do you... what are you going to do for next year? Add an extra day?
Well, you know, some of them we put in and we wouldn't have shown them either way.
Mhm.
Now, with the 126 submissions, we are going to be putting together maybe a screening after the film festival to show the ones that we really wish we had time to show, and maybe put together a once-a-month type of event where we can pull together the movie lovers in our community, and we can screen these other films. And that will also help keep us in the minds of independent filmmakers. And then really it's just going out there and being involved in networking with filmmakers and letting them know that we're a great film festival for them to show their work. The fact that we have so many world premieres, we have 10 world premieres and 2 U.S. premieres, really says something about the value that the filmmakers put on the Peace River Film Festival.